Hey, y'all, a little bit early tonight. Hoodoo, I don't even know how they got it on there. Hoodoo Police. Let me change that. By the way, sup, Jack, sup, Rebecca. Almost there. There we go. Don't even have a clue if anybody's still on here. That's all right. Well, we probably won't be on here long. But hey, drinks after work sounds good to me. Except for I'm here on the thing instead of out at a. I ain't gonna be drinking. You ain't gonna find me drinking and driving. I probably, it's just something to have fun with. Sit around and shoot the breeze a little bit. Oh, let me post this, the link in case anybody wants to come up. Can't ever tell. Somebody may want to. Let me get over there and there's always something I want to do with this stuff. And tonight it's going to be, I'm going to go in here and get rid of the live reactions. I hate that stuff. All right. I wish you could save it where it would, what's up, Buzz? Be good to see you. Bruce, good to see you, brother. I was in there for a while the other day. Yesterday? I'll have to look up, and see. You had, who was that up on there? Y'all were talking about the fires over in Hawaii, and I was in there. I just wasn't saying anything. I tend to lurk these days sometimes. Sometimes I'll speak up, but most of the time it's just I logged into the wrong one. It figures. I'm just trying to get over there where I'm supposed to be. There we go. That way I got the chat where I can actually see it. That's on Thursday nights, Busby. We will be doing that on Thursday. Brett was on the panel. Okay. Hey Tommy, good to see you. I appreciate that. Today we're drinking Island Berry from Seagram's Escapes. It used to be just Seagram's. What was it? Seagram's. I don't know. A lot of these things probably won't be able to be monetized if this channel ever gets to the point where I can do it. Hey, Solo Butterfly, always a pleasure to see you. Sandy, good to see you. There's, Petite Jean River Homestead, trying to not to drink 16 beers tonight. I understand exactly what you're talking about. Hey, that's, let's see, hang on. For some reason, you were not already listed as a moderator. Bobby, let me fix that. There's a lot of good people in here, and I'm very thankful for each of you. These days, I am limiting my YouTube, and I'm still doing a little bit. Oh, wow, we already got 7 likes. Cool. I hit the like button. So tonight, it's Island Berry. I have natural watermelon, strawberry, and coconut flavors. Oh, wow, I'm excited to try this one. That's good. That's real good. Oh, let me pin that link. So if somebody wants to come up, all I got to do is look at the top. I guess I could tell y'all about how my day went. It started off, at work really busy, and it was. I love coconut. Well, I love coconut pina coladas. In fact, I'll tell y'all a story. When I was a young man, 16 or 17. When I was a young man, I reckon I was around 16 or 17. I had this fake ID. I had a real ID. Wasn't mine, but it was a real ID. It just wasn't a photo ID. And I was living in Houston at that time. Otis is already starting on you. He is. I'm sitting here petting him as we speak. But I had, somebody's ID. I won't say whose it was. Not that y'all would know, but I don't want to go on record as having told that. Anyhow, I had somebody's ID, but the information, I knew the name, all that stuff. I had that down pat. The only trouble I had, the only problem I had with it is it said that I was 6'2". Ain't no way I'll ever pass for 6'2". Hey, babe. Ain't no way I'll ever pass for 6'2". So I had to make up like it was, well, if they ever noticed that, not well. I tell you what. Let me fix this so that it's dark mode. I can see a little bit better on dark mode. Oh, that's all good, Busby. I knew who you meant. Anyhow, I had this ID. I went down to Spencer's and I bought me a fake ID, a fake ID kit. You can't go to Spencer's and just say, "Hey, give me an ID." So, I know I'm only 5'8", so it was not. Hey, good to see you, Joe and Jenny Journey. Good to see you, Joe. Anyhow, so I made out this fake. I got this ID kit, and I put it in the typewriter, and I typed out the name. I'm not even sure why I'm going on telling this story. Other than, I enjoyed Spencer's. It was a rather interesting place. It used to be down at the Metro Center. They've shut the Metro Center. Well, it's been converted into something else these days. Anyhow, went into Spencer's, got me this kit, made me up an ID to match the name on the other, but this one had a photo. That way, if anybody looked at it and had any question about it, that was just a misprint. Here's another photo ID. The same one, but it had my picture and the wrong name on it. Anyhow, so I used to use that to go into a discotheque. I remember now. We was talking about coconut. So I used to go into a discotheque. When I left home. I'm sure it's not. Hey, that was when I was 16, 17. I'm, in my late 50s, so I'm sure it's expired. Yeah. So back to good to see you. But I used to go to this discotheque. Yeah, I used to disco with the best of them, whatever. Anyhow, I spent all my time, in fact, I left home at 16 or 17. I was tired of putting up with all the rules. I guess I've always been that way, kind of a loner, somebody who liked to do my own thing. Didn't care a whole lot about, much else that was going on back then. Anyhow, so Otis, give me a break here. I'm telling the story, and Nikki's already right there. All right, so, well, fine, then hot down. I'll let you up. I tried to let you out. You didn't want to go out. Nikki, it ain't your place to put him in his place. It's my place to tell him what to do. All right, come on. Let's go outside. Come on, Otis. Now, why is it you want to wait till I start doing live streaming before you decide you'll go out? I guess because it hears me talk. Hey, good to see you, Peter. Always a pleasure. Oh, cool. I don't know about techno, Busby. I like disco. That was, I guess I kind of caught the tail end of that. Good to see you, Big Matt. Always a pleasure. Anyhow, so we went through, and I had these IDs. I moved out. At first, I found a roommate, just, a friend of a friend. He ended up saying he needed to move, or he needed me to move, And that was all right with me. I ended up, meeting a couple of girls, moved in with them. Um, and anyhow, so I was sitting here, uh, living with these two girls, still going to Latig. Anyhow, I was like a minor. I still got arrested for public intoxication, you know. Uh, and when I was just heard late 50s, I understand, Bobby. I understand. Um, anyhow, so uh, boil it all down, condense it all into one spot. Well, ultimately, my parents, bonded me out, or maybe it was my mama. I don't remember. Anyhow, so I get home and we have this discussion about whether or not I'm going to, stay, or whether or not, I'm not going to live there anymore. Well, and I think my father said something to the effect of, if you're going to live in my house, you ain't going to drink. And I probably shouldn't have said it, but my response to him was, I love the taste of pina coladas too much. I can't promise that. So anyhow, hey, Marines and Army Mom, good to see you. And I did drink a lot when I was a young. The only time I drink these days is when I'm on here, which ain't that often. But I do like that Island Berry. I'm gonna have to get some more of these Seagrams. Anyhow, so I told him I like them pina coladas too much, and so I ain't staying. I was gonna go back to where these to the two young ladies or whatever. Anyhow, we got into a disagreement. Mama just kind of said, "Hey, can't we discuss this tomorrow?" I said, "We never actually discussed it again, but I guess I gave up drinking while I was still living there." Well, for that time being. Anyhow, the hey, when I was a kid, I was stupid. A lot of people are stupid when they're kids. I certainly was. Just curious. Now, I will admit, let's see, 1972. I was 8 years old when I took my first chew of tobacco. I don't remember how old I was when I took my first drink. Oh, cool. Thanks, Cole. Good to see you. I got a question for you in the audience, though. If you're in here, please tell me how old you were when you had your first drink of tobacco or your first drink of alcohol, or if you've never had a drink of alcohol. I'm curious. I said that, and I know that's a like 12. Who knows? Somebody could have had a drink at 12. I was probably 14 when I first had a drink of alcohol. It was just a beer. So, no big deal. That's a whole nother story I ain't going to tell on here. About 14, that's about me. Let's see, I'd say, 14, 12 or 13. 13. I ain't going to ask what I'm thinking. Tobacco 15, alcohol 18. Okay. Well, I guess, I remember my first chew of tobacco was in 1972. And that I got that from David McKay. No, not McKay. David. What was his last name? He was considerably older. I can't remember it right now. That's all right. Maybe it'll come to me. Hey, I understand, Bobby. The fact is, I rarely drink. That's a God's honest truth. From his secret stash, I understand. Well, the I guess I started dipping regularly 1970 something. It was probably mid 70s. So I guess I was just starting to from my teens or maybe before my teens. I remember one time when my parents left and went. I don't know where they went, but they hired. I had a friend of mine come over and 9 years old. Emma swiped one of my dad's cigarettes, got caught. Dad made me smoke a whole pack, and I was sick as a dog. Well, did you ever smoke after that, Big Matt? Skull Bandits, I remember them. My first can of tobacco was Happy Days, and they sent it to me through the mail. Hey, I still dip solo. The tobacco. Oh, cool. Somebody's here somewhere. Hey, Jack. Hang on. I can't. Well, that's all right. How you doing, Jack? Wait for me, if you don't mind. Okay. Howdy, Jack's friend.
My cousin.
That's your cousin?
Yeah, my Filipino cousin.
What's up, Filipino cousin? Good to see you. Hey, I like that shirt. That's a pretty cool looking shirt. Yeah, it looks like. Cool, man. Cool. But what y'all got going over there today, Jack?
Oh, not much. I was trying to take a nap. I hear like neighbors like yelling next door, and I've got it. You pull that door shut. I'm doing later. Huh? Yeah, you can pull the door shut.
Well, this is weird. My chat just cut out.
Again?
My chat for some reason cut out. It said chat disconnected. Yeah, somebody. I think it's probably some troll. How old were you when you took your first drink of alcohol, Jack?
16.
What you ever? How were you when you smoked first?
People were like, I know it was a Marlboro Light. It was like a peer pressure type of thing, but they're like, why didn't you cough? I'm like, I don't know. Am I supposed to cough when I have my first cigarette?
Yeah. Hey, Michael, wait for me, please.
Michael McFarland?
I'm alive. It's not an avatar.
Well, I just wanted to make sure because some people use them. Hey, the first time I ever dipped, I remember it made me dizzy. It kind of whoa. I kind of liked it though, so I kept on. That didn't last long.
It made me feel a little weird. It made my my gum on the bottom like numb. Like this is.
I'm still
weird.
here. Made your gums feel numb.
I used to chew Copenhagen long cut.
Look at me! I am the captain now.
Well, these days I use Red Seal these days, just because it's Red Seal is well. Where is the Red Seal on there? There it is. That's what I did these days.
I never even heard of that.
It's about a little less than $20 for 5 cans. So it's a little less than $4 a can. I know that Skull is running like $30 for 5 cans. Y'all quit. I ain't here to referee tonight. Y'all stop it.
It's like,
that's all I'm saying.
Back in the day when I was dipping, I get the pouches, so it's not just like I used to do What was I? Oh, the lapel disc.
Well, I know that when I was, I don't know, 12 or I don't know how old. I wasn't very old. 12, 13. Hey, Big Matt, if you don't mind, let me see your face real quick and wave. That's funny, Matt.
Is it?
But I know that, I got this card where you could send in and they'd send you a can of Happy Days snuff.
Oh yeah, that stuff was weak.
Well, I didn't know much from it. All I do, I mean, I think I only had that one can ever, and after that, I just kind of went to Skull. But you had to check on there that you were at least 18 years of age. I guess that was their way of covering themselves. I mean,
Yeah.
the straight off the field. Hey, yeah, I spent a lot of time on the field myself up until about 10th grade. Lucky Strikes.
Well,
Hey, go
I
ahead.
I was 14 when I tried my first chew of Red Man, and yeah, then I switched over and dipped Copenhagen for most of my life, and now I settle for Longhorn because it's the closest thing, and I pay about $30 for 12 cans worth.
Oh, wow. That ain't bad. That ain't bad at all. $15 for 5 tins. That's about $3 a can.
Yep.
Well, in my lifetime, at one time when I was younger, I don't know, about 15, I guess I dipped Big League Chew. I do, Busby. But I used to dip Copenhagen. I dipped Skull. In fact, I used to get a little hold of a little bit of liquor and put it in my Skull.
Yeah. Because it'll dry out,
Yeah.
Put a couple of little drips of.
Well, I was like, I was like 15 at the time, and I just thought it made me look cool to have, liquor in my, I don't even remember where I got the liquor, but I remember putting it in there.
I was 18 or 19 when Copenhagen came out with that bourbon flavored, and I remember the first time I got a can of it and I had to dip in my mouth. I was talking to my mom and she's like, "You're 19. How come I smell alcohol?"
Oh shit! Bourbon flavored dip.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can still buy candy cigarettes or not.
Oh, are the candy cigarettes?
You can if you go to the mall.
Okay.
My kids went to a candy store in the mall and came home with candied cigarettes.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I tell you what, things were so much different when I was a kid. Had gum cigarettes.
I used to get the candy cigarettes back in the day. My dad would get some gas, and I get $1 from him, and go in the store, in the gas station, get me a pack.
Yeah.
I don't think they even stock these cigarettes in the Philippines.
Let's see. Yeah, I quit hanging out at the mall years ago too.
Yeah. I never really was the mall type person.
Well, I worked
in the Philippines. Go to the mall. People here in the Philippines just go to the mall because it might be a brownout, but they always have generators and free aircon and Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Oh yeah, everybody go to the mall when there's brownout. That place would be packed.
Really?
Yeah, because it's just so hot and humid at home, and the mall's right there. Well, go to the mall. There's aircon.
You just
around
walk
here,
around like a zombie.
Now, what would you consider a brownout?
When the electric goes out. when they cut the electric, and they do it often. But it might only last 4 minutes. You know what I mean? It's kind of stupid. I don't know.
Well,
Sometimes it
or some
hours.
just last for hours.
Electric.
that reminds me. What was the name of that show? Was that Fast Times at Ridgemont High? Where a lot of the movie was starting out at the mall and the food court.
Yeah. Yep. Best times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And had that, I don't remember who that girl was, but she had on that red bikini.
You don't remember things, names, and stuff like that, but he can remember the red bikini.
You got oh, that reminds
You
me.
gotta remember the good parts.
Hey, I remember her coming out, and then the yeah, I remember that.
Well,
that was my favorite
does anybody remember the whipped cream bikini?
I do. That was on Friday Night Lights, I think, wasn't it?
No, Varsity Blues.
Varsity Blues. My bad. I do remember the whipped cream bikini. I don't know why I was thinking it was on Friday Night Lights. Phoebe Cates, that's it. Back to good. Yeah, that's right, Busby. Phoebe Cates. She was.
I think you got a few of my subs on your live stream.
Do I now?
I think you got a few of my subs on your live stream. Joe and Jenny, Cole Waltz. Where's this other one?
Very cool.
Can't find it. Where is it?
Well, yeah. Hey, Stratton, good to see you. Cole and Joe and Jenny and you know, they're all friends. You know, and I'm sure they're friends with you too.
It's Dragon. I've been on one of his panels recently.
But what was it? When I was a youngin', it seemed like, we hung out in one of about 4 different spots. We used to go down to this place called the Fire Tower out in the middle of nowhere. Reason why it was called the Fire Tower is because there's an actual fire tower, where people used to go up in and watch for fires, I guess. Wasn't any of that going on when I was out there. Of course, it was always pretty late. What's up, P. Diggs? It's good to see you, brother. It is late night YouTube police, having drinks after work. And we also used to go down to Bridges Quickie. And we used to go down, we used to go to McDowell Road. Do what now?
Did you ride your bikes there?
No. I didn't I don't remember riding a bike to anywhere to hang out. I started driving about 15. So I got my license at 15, I think. And before that, there wasn't a whole lot of hanging out. Most of my, I did hang out with a few friends, and most of the time we walked a lot of places. Didn't really, it's kind of funny. I used to have one friend that had, he came from money, at least from what I consider money. I was always, in a poor, part of a poor family. Of course, that happens when your parents tend to get married and have 3 kids. Bam, bam, bam. It just does. And so, his parents, his grandmother had a beach house in addition to her regular house, and had his family had a drugstore and all this kind of stuff. But that was my best friend. I was painfully aware of the fact that I was poor. And yeah, I do remember McDowell Road. In fact, I was just going to mention that. I just got a little sidetracked, Bruce. answer after a long day of moving. Bosom.
Hello, Bruce.
Hey, I won't disagree with that at all. The
Right on.
Shoney's
Oh, we
and
got
West.
Clarence.
Oh yeah, Bruce. I used to work at that. Show. I was assistant manager.
One of my subs,
He had
another
dragged
sub
me down.
just came up. Clarence.
Oh, there's Clarence.
Yeah.
In fact, I remember one night, Friday night, I think it was Friday night, we were down at the fire tower, and on Saturday we were down at Bridges Quickie hanging out. And I got into kind of an argument with somebody the night before. And the next day, I see him at Bridges Quickie, and he starts hollering at me, calling me names and what have you. I started going, and I had just gotten there. He got a little brave and shook up a beer and popped it in my face over somebody had stepped in between us to try to keep us from fighting. And I got into a little bit of a fight that night. I had to leave though because I think I kind of whooped up on him a little bad. Anyhow, hey Clarence Malay, I'm sorry, I don't.
What's up, Michael McFarland?
But I do know, as a youngin, you do stupid stuff. Yeah, it was like something in the pit of your stomach's telling you needed to go out and do something. Shiner's Bug Boy understands service. He had had very big hands, popular guy. Cool. Hey, Clarence Malay, I think I said hello already, but I don't, I don't speak Tagalog. I do speak a little Spanish. In fact, I could probably, if any of y'all speak Spanish, we could probably carry on a conversation in it. Hang on though, I got to go get me some tobacco. I think I need to get some. I think I got some in my britches.
Well, you're supposed to have your britches on.
Well, I got different britches. I changed my britches when I got home. I was trying to get comfortable. I was trying to get
walk around with no britches.
Well, I do that sometime too. But out of respect for the fact that y'all may see more
than we want to.
Well, let's just say I put some bridges.
Where my britches go?
Well, ain't no sense in. Hey, we came into this world naked. I know there's a bunch of rating stuff about being naked. Although you know what, I don't think they do that anymore. Excuse me. I was watching some of the Game of Thrones, and they got some naked folks in there, but they go through and talk about how instead of saying nudity these days, it says sexual situations. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to make this a rated R, conversation or anything, but
it's rated B for Batman.
B for Batman. Belt Loop 29, Batman. See how that works? Both of them with a B. Belt Loop, Batman. Look at my wedding ring.
The Batman ring.
That's my left hand.
If I mess somebody up, you hit him with that. Guess how drunk I was the other day?
Probably pretty drunk.
I come home with this.
Well, I don't know. Other than when I see you fairly often, interesting, a Trump hat. That's interesting. Hey, I try not to talk politics. The fact is, I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm more of a libertarian, and I don't really get into as long as you're not live in your skivvies. One of these days I may do that. In fact, I may do that on Thursdays. Do a naked live.
I won't be there. You can call it Thirsty Thursdays.
That's probably a good idea. Thirsty Thursdays and peppers and popos on Tuesdays or something. I just wasn't prepared. I've got a ghost pepper in there that's ready to eat. A couple of them, and so I may, but that's awful hard to do right now.
Do you want me to do another pepper with you one day?
Do what now?
You want me to do another hot pepper with you another day?
That'd be cool. That looked like a that you had last time. It looked like a Tabasco pepper. I'm growing some Tabasco peppers, and I think last Monday I probably ate a Tabasco pepper on here, right before I ate a Caribbean red hot pepper. And I'm thinking about doing that with a meal or something. I don't know yet, but
I might ask my guy that lives here if he's got any ghost peppers still growing.
Only if Devil Dog's gonna drink a bottle of Tabasco sauce.
Well, Devil Dog's. Hey, Devil Dog's not here tonight. He's in bed now. Believe it or not, he's going to bed early. Has been for the last few days.
He's probably in the background.
He may be,
but past his bedtime.
Hey, I look at it like this. I love Devil Dog like a brother. I really do. But I'm okay. He's got a life. He's got other things going on, and I don't mind if somebody doesn't make my live streams. It don't hurt my feelings. I know people. For me to hold somebody to a standard that I'm not capable of sticking to, that don't make any sense. Besides, habanero sauce. Yeah, that's some hot stuff. I don't know if I'd be able to handle it. Well, I might could. After all, habanero is not as hot as that Caribbean red hot, and I've been eating a few of those lately.
Habanero, that was killing me. I was down in like ice cream and what was it? Milk. And I'm lactose intolerant.
I know.
But that was
I remember you telling me that.
10 plus years ago, I'm like, oh God,
freedom.
Good. Let's
but
see.
I think next time we'll do. I'll do a pepper with you, but I need to get some ice cream. I get some ice cream.
Oh, I don't blame you. Hey, one of my favorite ice creams out there right now is a Haagen-Dazs coconut. What is it? Coconut pineapple. That's some good stuff. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't had any ice cream. I started to tell somebody today I ain't had any ice cream in a while, but truth is, somebody gave me an ice cream bar yesterday. It happened to be coconut, so I had to eat it, of course. But I got a sweet tooth pretty bad. But I really need to get back on a diet of some sort and drop some weight because, I've got to the point where I'm getting too heavy and it's making me.
You know what?
You're on a diet right now. It's called a seafood diet. You see it, eat it.
I know. I mean, truthfully,
you come to the Philippines. You come to the Philippines, you lose all the weight you can.
Wait a minute. If I came to the Philippines, I'd what?
Lose all the weight you can, because I used to be about $110 when I came here. Well, no, 210, and then I'm like 170 right now.
Oh, cool. Well, the truth is, if you look at, I think part of my issues is just the fact that I'm in the USA, and in the USA, there's so many preservatives. There's so many, fructose, high corn syrup or whatever. It's all preservatives these days up here. If you think about it from this perspective, back in the 50s, they were running around, but that's when, of course, that was also before video games and that type of thing. But
Well,
people
and they
like,
also had a thing called the Great Depression.
well, that was
Mhm.
truthfully from about 1929 to 1939, something like that. So that's been, almost 90 years ago.
It's like
When it
it's like back
started.
in the day when I grew up. Your parents told you to get the hell out the damn house and go
Yeah.
play outside and go hang out with your
That's,
friends.
I tell you what,
You
I
riding bikes
remember
everywhere.
summertime, out of school. If you were in the house, you were working. If you and you get up in the morning, you go outside and you stay outside until supper time. Because if you came in the house before then, Mama was putting you to work. You were cleaning the house.
Mm.
You learn to stay away, don't you?
Yep.
Back in my time, I'm pretty sure I'm not the youngest one here, but when those streetlights come on, you better get your ass home.
Yeah.
We
Well,
didn't have street lights.
when the lights came on or when it started getting dark, it was time to be at the house. When I was younger.
Yep.
When I got a little bit older, got my driver's license, what have you, and got friends that drive, what have you, it was always I wanted to be wherever something was happening. In fact, I'd literally be crawling the walls if I wasn't able to go out and do something. That was just me, but
Yeah, I'd play some games, games by myself during the daytime, and the afternoon time. If friends want to hang out, they come over, hop on the bikes, and we go, go hang out.
hey, Jack, what was the first video game you ever played?
Atari, that would be Pong.
Yep.
Me too. Michael, you ever play video games?
And Pong. I had 3. What the hell were they? PS1s? I had 3 of them.
Oh, wow.
Well, they were cheap. I was buying them off of eBay. You know what I mean?
Hey,
And,
don't.
I think they were $50 each.
Is it me or is Gary's screen blurry? That's probably just because I've
It's
had a
clear.
couple of drinks, Brenda. I'm just guessing.
But I was a little big
Freedom,
gamer. Big gamer.
Freedom Red Bull says Pac-Man.
Well, I guess I didn't realize y'all were old enough to have played Pong. That was my first game.
The
Well, the
Pac-Man
neighbor
game,
got
there's
it.
that one,
We were kind
secret
of.
spot you stood at
You got one
in
thing.
Pac-Man where the ghost will never find you.
Well, Pong, is just where you put that paddle up and down and bounce the
Mhm.
ball from one side to the next.
Mhm.
See, never see Gary and Batman at the same time. That's right, Pete Digits. But I've come out and admitted I am the Batman. So the Oregon Trail on the Commodore 64, Space Invaders on Atari 2600. My first game was Pong, and I played that on my cousin's machine. But as I got a little bit older, I guess I got into Asteroids. That was kind of a fun game to play.
I played Oregon Trail on a Wait, what was it? Apple IIe.
Oh, cool.
When I was in middle school.
I don't
remember
remember.
about
I
it.
want to buy one of those damn things. It's like just for the game. Just for the game.
Y'all have fun. I'm gonna disappear back down to the chat because I'm currently working on some stuff and trying to get packed.
Hey, I understand, Matt.
Less than a week, and I'll be gone on a plane.
Where you going?
Washington State.
You're going to see Coyote.
I'm going to see Coyote's youngest daughter get married.
Oh, cool. Tell her I said happy, good luck, and my condolences all at the same time. Or congratulations and condolences. Tell her she ain't got to do it. I'm just
No,
like,
you got to do it. They got me to come down there so I can hold the shotgun.
there we go. You know, some people hear you say that, they probably take you serious, crazy as that may be.
I'm gonna call the FBI.
Go ahead. They can't find me.
Must be he's gonna play duck hunt. Duck hunt. You know, everybody in the world try to shoot that damn dog.
Well, for me, I didn't play. I think my daddy actually played Miss Pac-Man. I didn't play most of the games. I played a pinball. I worked in a game room, and I played a pinball machine called Game Sea Witch Wizard or Sea Witch or something. I think it was Sea Witch. And so I used to, play that all the time, and then also played Asteroids. That's been a long time ago.
A friend of mine, he has the original Pac-Man game from 1981, which is my age. I'm 42 years old game. And he's got the board you can switch out and turn to Miss Pac-Man. I'm like, whoa.
Oh, really?
Cool. Mm-hmm.
I'm afraid I never realized what the difference
in your basement.
But anyhow, I did enjoy those days back then, but then I got older. In fact, it's funny as you get older. I don't know if it's true for everybody, but for me, the older I get, the more I realize the more my mortality, tends to weigh on me. That most of my life is behind me, and so then the question starts coming: at what point do you retire? At what point, because I kind of got a late, start in law enforcement, so the retirement that I'm gonna have isn't gonna be like a full retirement, and so I'd still, even if I left when I was eligible to go, I'd still be, I'd have to go work somewhere else for a while because it doesn't make much sense, especially with all this inflation that just took place. It just makes sense to stay where I'm at, until I'm ready, to get full retirement. But there's some drawbacks to that too. So who knows?
Yeah. What do you tonight?
Breaking up just a little bit, Jack. I didn't hear the whole thing.
What are you drinking on tonight?
Oh, tonight, I had a couple of bottles. I still got some more in there. Island Berry Seagram's Escape. It's like, the old. I think they used to call them wine coolers.
Yeah.
It's nothing heavy duty. I mean, it's not. It's not.
Did you stump your wife?
Do what now?
Did you stump your wife?
I saw my wife a little bit ago.
You're running around there somewhere.
Did you sell her wine coolers?
No, my wife. Hey, truthfully, I've got liquor. I don't have any beer. I've got, I just wanted something that had a little bit of alcohol in it and tastes good. To me, I'm not after. See, that's the whole thing. And when I say I don't drink much, I really don't. Truth is, when I used to drink, it was to get intoxicated. But now, I have no desire to be intoxicated. As a Stellar Whip with his beard, jelly. Okay. Cool. Make it whip. Make it whip, something like that. Hey, Steel City, good to see you. But I mean, being intoxicated isn't something I really care about. Now, don't get me wrong, I ain't got nothing against it. As long as somebody ain't driving.
Just don't drink and drive.
Right.
You
Don't
can
get
get as drunk as you want.
DK Jr. Okay. I remember Donkey Kong. That was a fun game. I played it a little bit.
You get it all like Donkey Kong.
But no, when I was young, I did drink a lot. I mean, a lot. Every time I went out, I would go buy me a 6-pack Tall Boy Budweisers, and I'd drink that. And then I'd go buy me a bottle of Reunited Peach Wine, and I'd drink that. And then I'd go buy me a bottle of Jack Daniels or Jim Beam. And the last thing I ever remember on any of those nights is, clear the neck. But my whole point was to get intoxicated back then. These days, I got to where I wanted to be able to remember what I did the night before. So, the drinking kind of went by the side, went by the wayside. I'm not interested in getting drunk. I don't mind having a little bit of alcohol. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
What's your first alcoholic beverage?
First alcoholic beverage was a beer. I was probably 14, 15 at the time.
What brand?
I don't remember. It's one I found.
I remember. It was Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Oh,
yeah.
God, that's terrible.
I used to drink that in the United States.
Coors Light is a 16-ounce. And that was
I never liked
16 years
Coors
old.
Light. It's like you can drink 100 cans of that stuff and you don't get drunk. It's like drinking spring water or something.
Right. Well, for me, I don't mind having a drink or two. But and to be fair, when I was younger, I didn't have what you call breaks. I didn't, and I don't mean breaks like getting able to get ahead and that type of thing. What I mean is I didn't know when to say no. I didn't know when to stop. I didn't know, I pushed the envelope on everything. I was a wild child, I guess you could say. And so,
when you have that, you can drink 2 beers and quit.
Right.
Stop
I can
drinking.
drink 1 beer.
You have 20, then you have to have 20. That's the way I am.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Too many cats running around here now. You can't get you.
Coors Light at 16 years old.
Yeah, that's bad,
And
man.
I didn't feel intoxicated at all.
Yeah.
Well, I used to over imbibe. I used to I used to do a lot of things. It was just, like I said, way over the curve, way over the limit, I didn't know when to stop. I've matured a lot as I've gotten older and I've, gotten married. And so, I don't see I understand the fascination with it. I understand the desire to drink to get drunk. I understand, that's just not who I am these days. And, I understand what other people do, but I'm not one that tends to, I kind of follow my own path, I don't care anything about peer pressure, what most people think is I ought to do, or, it just not me. And so, anyhow, it's, I do enjoy a drink from time to time, and I'm not that type of person who believes in trying to, it's just the same thing with these live streams, or whether or not somebody makes them to them or they don't. Whether, dealing with politics or religion or any of these other things, I don't feel the need to impose my thoughts and beliefs on other people. If somebody really wanted to know something, they could ask me and I'd give them my opinion. I'm fine with that. But, I think as far as some of the things I do believe in is I believe that it's best to help your brother, help your friend, help your neighbor, to stand up for those individuals that can't defend themselves. It's important to try and look at all sides of any situation rather than making a snap judgment. I would rather study on it a little bit before I make a decision than just a knee-jerk reaction. And so that's just me. And
he did this. Really?
Really?
Non-alcoholic beer still has alcohol in it.
Let's see.
Why are you so judgmental on me?
I hear you. I don't think that's non-alcoholic beer he's drinking, but that's just my guess. I don't know.
This is 6.9% alcohol.
6.9.
6.9% alcohol by volume.
It's 6.9.
Hey, Brett.
Mm-hmm.
No, Pilsen's only 5%. Well, right now I got 8 kids running around this little apartment.
That's a lot of kids.
Hey, Brett, thanks for coming over. He did this, I'll grab you another beer for you. Just for you.
Well,
I can't walk.
Well, we're about to shut
walk.
down in just a minute. I'm trying to keep things to about an hour these days. And I'll be on again Thursday if anybody wants to join us. I guess it just kind of dawned on me the amount of time and effort I don't have any doubt I know how to go through and try to build a channel. A lot of that is by helping other people, and I still want to help other people. I still do that. But also another way that's important in that, especially for a small channel, is to go spend time at different people that you're not real well familiar with, and their live chats, what have you. They'll get, they'll try to repay the generosity or your time and come to your live streams, that type of thing. But you know what? Yeah, I still go to people's lives, but because of the fact that I'm not really. Hey, USMC, awesome, good to see you. Because of the fact that I'm not trying to get people to come over to my channel. I'm happy if they do, and they're welcome to. They're welcome here. But the truth is, a lot of times it's when I go to somebody's live stream these days, I'll lurk. I'll leave it on there. I'm gonna hit the like button. I'm gonna give them the watch hours. But a lot of times I don't talk much, or I don't really. Every now and then I'll throw a comment in there, and sometimes people say something about it or say hello. Sometimes they don't. It's no big deal either way. A lot of times I'll just sit in their live stream and won't say anything, just to try to help support them by hitting that like and hit the live and watching. But that's everybody's got their own way to do it. I'm not trying to work on my channel. As I've already mentioned before, this channel will not be monetized. At least it will not be fan funding monetized. I guess if it ever gets to the 4,000 hours at the rate I'm going, it never will. To the 4,000 hours where they do shared ad revenue, I don't mind that, but it ain't like that's much money.
But I get a lot of copyright strikes, copyright claims. So they take 100% of all the AdSense. So I just put it on private.
Congratulations, City.
But if they share the ad revenue, then I'll leave it public. But if they just want to log
me, I need to
I'll
watch
try to
hours.
take out the
I get the subs, but I get over 1.5 thousand subs, but just to watch hours I'm just like a little bit over halfway, and that halfway mark to get monetized. But I'm not gonna think about it.
I told you who to buddy up with. and he'll play your stuff 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And it's always a different, looks like it's a different person. He has some program where it changes the name. So once it plays the playlist, it starts over. It's a different name. And he'll play it and play it and play it and play it and play it. You know what I mean? And because it looks like that it's a different person, but it's just one person. I don't know what program he has, but he's pretty IT smart about stuff.
That's so
You know who
cool.
I'm talking about. Vincent.
Hey, y'all do me a favor. If y'all get a wild hair tonight, go through and put on Steel City TV's live streaming. He's got some sleep streams on there. Should be more than enough to last at least all night. If y'all would run that, he's at 3,500 hours. He's only needing 500 more hours to get get his 4,000. And so I'd like to try and help him if I can. Oh wow, he's already got 7.75 thousand subscribers. That's pretty cool.
But it's hard to get watch hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is, and that's
I got the subs first before I ever did a live stream.
well,
I had subs, and I wouldn't put up a video unless it had over 1,000 views. Then I put up a new video.
yeah.
Okay. And then what few little subscribers that I had, they go watch the new video. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because they've been waiting. They've been waiting. And I said, I haven't drew a dime yet. I'm monetized.
Well,
I have 14,577 pesos in my AdSense account. I won't give up my tax information. It just keeps adding up. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've gotten a couple of checks from him, and it I don't know. The fact is, I've got memberships, and I've got
Right. Well, I just put memberships on my channel.
Well, I mean, that pays a lot more.
Well, they still take 40%. They never used to that. Well, you're joined buddy, but now they're taking 40% on your join button. So I'm like, YouTube is not a place if you want to make a living, unless you have 2 million subscribers, and out of that, you might get 20,000 views on a video. 10%.
Hang on a second. Let me hang on. Let me go through and. Sorry, I'm working on sharing out Steel City's Steel City's live stream or his sleep stream videos. Just try, I like trying to help whenever I can.
I got Steel Cities playing in the background right now.
Thank you, and I'm sure Steel City thanks you as well.
I'm gonna do a premiere, probably maybe I don't know. Maybe, it's past noon. We'll say 10 a.m. 10 a.m. your time, or 10 a.m. We'll say Eastern Standard Time.
Right now it's almost 1 a.m. here.
It's I can't even see the damn screen. I need to buy some new glasses. 1:55 p.m. Still waiting on this video to upload.
Yeah.
Which is 2 gigabytes. I think it's only like 15 minutes long. I'm like, oh damn.
Well, anyhow, we're gonna go ahead and call it a night. If y'all get a chance, done editing a Wendy's Baconator eating. Oh man, that sounds good. I really need to go low carb though, and hey, I do enjoy a Wendy's Baconator, but
Years ago, I had a triple decker baconator,
oh
and
wow,
it was good, but it was messy AF. It
no doubt. Well, we're
was
gonna go ahead
dripping
and
everywhere.
end it. If y'all would like to come up in the after party, you're welcome to click on the link on the top of my chat. I don't know if they've got it on, if Jack's got it on his or not. But like I said, I'm trying to keep it down to about an hour so I can spend a few minutes with my dogs and take care of a few other things before I got to go to bed. And if I don't watch myself, I spend all my time on YouTube. So I'm making a conscious to kind of limit myself these days. So we're going in 3, 2, 1. Y'all